Moving on, as I like to say. Who is next? Okay. Cardi B, my girl Cardi. Lord Jesus, not little Cardi. Ooh, child. She, it's the Met Gala thing we got to talk about, yo. It's the Met Gala. Cardi had on this stunning black gown, which I thought was very unique. I didn't necessarily like all the black in the gown, but I felt like they could have done something different with the color. But I like the style of the gown. You know, it is the Met Gala. It's all about art, so it's not going to be an Oscar gown or a MTV Awards dress. It's gonna be over the top, obviously. So, Cardi, you only have one thing you need to remember when you're on a red carpet, and that's who you're wearing, because that's the first thing that folks are going to ask you. They're going to ask you, who are you wearing, right? Cardi must have been nervous or something, because when that question came up, she was just. She, well, let me let you guys listen to it, okay?
Amazing. Who made this?
I feel amazing. It's this amazing designer. They're Asian and everything. So yeah.
I
Why? She just couldn't even think of his name. The only thing she could recall was what his race was. He's Asian. That's all I know. Oh my god, Cardi! My gosh, girl. Poor thing probably had a whole stomach full of butterflies. Okay, let me let y'all.
amazing. Who made this?
I feel amazing. It's this amazing designer. They're Asian and everything. So yeah.
Oh my God, Cardi! I felt so bad for it. I truly, in my heart of hearts, don't believe that Cardi meant any harm. I truly feel like it just kind of escaped her, and she just couldn't think straight. And unfortunately, the only thing she could remember is what his culture and background was, and that he was Asian. And boy, did that not come out very great. Cardi did have a response to all the backlash. She felt, well, let Cardi explain it in the way Cardi knows best how to explain it. Oh, of course, these little sites that have the video want to get their 15 seconds of advertising in, but not on my watch. Okay, so let's go ahead and listen to what Cardi
Because
has to say.
hi guys, I want to make this very clear because I see a former director of Vogue trying to be funny, or like maybe because he felt offended about something or whatever. And I see a lot of you guys fake gagging on Twitter. But I want to make this very clear, right? First thing first, when I was on the carpet, I was very scared because the dress was supposed to be like on a little podium, and I've been practicing how to pose on the podium, but at the carpet I wasn't allowed to use the podium, so I had a lot of things on my mind, and I was being rushed to the front of the line. So when I was getting interviewed, I kind of forgot to pronounce the designer's name because his name is a little bit complicated. So I was like, damn, how to pronounce his name? Like my mind was just racing. I think the former director of Vogue, he got offended because I said Asian designer. I said Asian designer because I know that the designer was Asian, but I wasn't sure what nationality the designer was. And I feel like it's offensive if I was to be like, oh, some Chinese designer, or some Korean designer, or some Vietnamese designer, because I feel like I don't want to get somebody's nationality mixed up. So I said an Asian designer. So I didn't say that to be offensive or to get your little speedos in a bunch. But I do feel like, as a person that work in fashion, I don't feel like I feel like the designer and my stylist, we work really hard for this theme. So for you to be kind of shady because you feel offended or whatever, it's just prove why you're the former director. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like you're trying to offend me, but you're actually offending the people that work behind the scenes. You're actually offending the people that spend hours and hours on phone calls and on Zooms and money on this design just because you got offended by a comment that I made without you not even knowing why I said it, how I said it. And for you guys to talk about like, oh, she don't know this, she's not a fashion, she's this, she's not gonna get invited this year. Baby, I'm Cardi B.
Yeah. Lord. She said, I'm Cardi B, ho. Don't worry about it, boo. I'm going to get invited to the cookout again. Don't worry. Because I'm Cardi B. Child. Lord. Okay, Cardi. All right, you know what? We get you had a little bit of the butterflies in your stomach and in your vagina. We understand. You were a little nervous. It's all good this time. But you can't keep making those types of mistakes, honey. You know, these designers trying to eat, and they can if you forgetting their name. Oh, and by the way, this particular designer, his name was Sin Sin Lee, so it wasn't that complicated. Okay? I mean, if you really wanted to, you know, Sin Sin Lee, just chalk it up to the fact that you were nervous. You did say that. We forgive you this time. You know, and I understood what she was saying about the whole, you know, I said Asian because I didn't want to say he was Chinese or Japanese or Korean and not really know his nationality. So that made sense. But still, just the way it came out, it was still, you know, very cringy. So we understand. We're human beings. We make mistakes. And um, it sounds like the folks who run the Met Gala have forgiven you, and even though the public had came for you, it sounds like they kind of forgave you a little bit too. So next time, though, you know, if you got to write it on the back of your hand, Cardi, please just, you know, remember at least the designer, because that's the only thing you got to remember when you hit the red carpet. Okay? We love you. Oh, I can't do it. It always feels like I'm like about to spit or something. All right, Cardi. All right, we heard you. We got you. Got you. Who's next?